We're in the midst of a coup. First of all, I want to say hello and Happy New Year. I had only one wish for 2019. I wanted it to be the year that Brexit was sorted out and that the British people finally saw their wishes honoured with true independence gained. Already, so early into the new year, I fear my wish and that of over 17 million people is closer than ever to being scuppered. A coup is taking place in the UK, with the establishment taking back control through every means they can. Free speech is under attack, with pro-Brexit and anti-establishment accounts on social media being closed down or in some cases coming under cyber attack. We also saw the spectacle of Anna Soubry, MP, playing the victim because some Brexit protesters foolishly overstepped the mark and verbally abused her. This is the kind of barracking and abuse that the Remain side have employed for some time now. But of course, when it happens to one of their own, it's an outrage, and we have the rolling coverage of it on mainstream media. To be clear, nobody should be made to feel intimidated or threatened due to their views. And despite the fact that Ms Soubry is an abhorrent traitor to our country, she still deserves to feel safe and to be heard whilst expressing her vile opinions. The price of freedom is that sometimes we have to tolerate opinions and views we dislike. The way Soubry and her allies have used this incident for their own political aims is appalling. They have wasted police time calling for an inquiry into the incident and are calling for yet more rules, laws and regulations to suppress free speech and expression. We must be so careful at this time that we do not play into the hands of treacherous enemies of freedom like her. Moving on from incidents outside the Westminster Parliament, the really serious action has been taking place inside. Not only have Remainiac MPs passed a motion tying the government's hands and stopping some of their preparations for a no-deal Brexit, but now Speaker Bercow has twisted the rules to the point of absurdity to allow a motion from Grieve and his fellow establishment coup plotters, which would force the government to come back to Parliament 3 days after May's wretched deal is voting down to discuss Plan B. I shudder to think what these treacherous enemies of freedom have in mind for their Plan B, but you can guarantee it will be an effort to thwart the will of the people yet further. Meanwhile, out here in Brussels, the buzz of gossip is all about the expectation the UK will not be leaving as planned at the end of March. And at the least, an extension is probable. Make no mistake about it, there is a coup taking place in our country. We need to ensure that people know exactly what is going on. We also need to ensure that while it's right that we protest and stand our ground, we maintain our discipline and composure in the face of provocation. The enemies of the people want nothing more than to be able to portray those of us campaigning for democracy to be seen as thugs and extremists. We must not play into their hands. We must all stand strong with discipline and composure in the sure knowledge that our cause is honourable and we are fighting for something that really matters. We must win to pass on the priceless gift of freedom and democracy to our children. There can be no more honourable quest.